Kwatochin ketestai ak tetutiet nebo Kass Mashinani ole kinyoru logoiwekab emet kong'ete yuto bo Kass TV. Moche kibengeitab konetik nebo NAT ketes melekwokik chekiliponjini konetikab emoni eng kebeberta 60 eng 100. Kondochin sirindet neo Esbon Omolo kokamwa kandoikab kibengeinata bo NAT kole tetat koit let eng kakesunetabgei nebo arawani koshinetab CBA nekinde icheket siyet ak serikali ole kamwa kole tindoi kamang'unet neo kole kiteshin konetik melekwokik eng CBA nelel nebo kenyini. Kong'alaldos icheket eng komosta nebo Ndia ole kaesho kora kakwautiet nebo keisto melekwokik chenootin kou hardship allowances chekocham kikochini konetik eng komoswek alak chebo emoni. Kotomo kenyoru ripotit noto tinyegei ak kibengeitab NAT kongetoben logoiwek alak ole eng nguno kong'ololi Deputy President Professor Kithure Kindiki eng tuyet nebo National Macadamia Conference 2025 eng sukulitab barak nebo Embu University ak kounoto kongebe eng oretab agenge eng agenge kekas ng'alaletab Professor Kindiki.
And I'm happy to report this morning that the sponsor of the intended legislation which would have affected Mogoka has agreed graciously to drop that legislative proposal. And for the avoidance of doubt, the credit must go to the leaders of Embu County, from the governor, the senator, the members of parliament, the MCAs. They have been on my back, on my neck, on my phone, everywhere. And I want to report that they have done a good job. We've had a discussion. The Honorable Owen Bayer, who is a colleague of ours, has agreed that in the interest of the country's collective interest, he will drop that proposal. And the proposal had gone to first reading. So it was not a joke. It was not supposed to be a gimmick. It was a serious thing. It had gone through first reading, but we'll find ways within the parliamentary procedures to have that matter dropped, since it is a private member's business owned by a private member. It's not a government bill. So please, Mogoka farmers, relax. We have your back. And your leaders got your back. I thought I should share that good news.
Konoto ko Professor Kithure Kindiki ne iwang ng'alalenyi eng tuyonoto bo National Macadamia Conference 2025 netesetai eng Embu University ole king'ololen akobo ortinwek choto bo kokimitetab kabatisiet noto nebo macadamia eng tokyinetab keker kele kanyor kabatik kelchinoik kobun kabatishonoto. Kongiwekchigei report nekatai noto tinyegei ak kibengeitab NAT ole moche kibengeinata bo konetik nebo NAT ketes melekwokik chekiliponjini konetikab emoni eng kebeberta 60 eng 100. Kondochin sirindet neo Esbon Omolo kokamwa kandoikab kibengeinata kole tetat koit let eng kakesunetabgei nebo arawani koshinetab CBA nekinde icheket siyet ak serikali ole kamwa kole tindoi kamang'unet neo kole kiteshin konetik melekwokik eng CBA nelel. Kang'alalsot icheket eng komosta nebo Ndia ole kaesho kora kakwautiet nebo keisto melekwokik chenootin kou hardship allowance checham kikochini konetik cheinetishei eng komoswek chemite barak pichinwek anan hardship areas.
Tumeweka proposal yetu kwa mwajiri wetu Teacher Service Commission, na tumesema katika hiyo cycle kulingana na uchumi wa Kenya ilivoko sasa, tunaona kuwa walimu wakipata nyongeza katika mishahara yao ya 60% itakuwa mzuri. Sawa sawa? Asilimia ngapi? 60. Hiyo ndio tunaitisha kutoka kwa mwajiri. Tunajua hiyo proposal imeenda kwa Salaries and Remuneration Commission, na tunaambia hiyo commission wafanye hala ili inapofika June mwisho tuwe tumekamilisha hiyo mambo ya CBA. Katika allowances zote tuna house allowance, commuter allowance, medical allowance, zile allowance zinaenda extraneous allowance ambazo ziko katika salaries ya mwalimu, tunasema hizo allowance zote ziongezwe at 30% ili mwalimu aweze kujikimu kimaisha. Hata hardship ambaye chairman amesema hapa serikali inajaribu kukatiza sehemu zingine, tunasema waguze hardship allowance, wataona walimu wakijitokeza kutetea wenzao ambao wanaenjoy hardship allowance, wasiguze hiyo pesa. Kwa hivyo hiyo yote tunaweka pale, tunasema 60% salary increment, 30% kwa allowances zote ambazo walimu wanastahili kupata. Capitation, kuna shule ambazo zilipata shilingi 87 capitation ya free primary education. Kuna wale walipata 4,000. Wewe ukiwa head teacher ukipata hiyo pesa, unaweza kuendeleza masomo kwa shule kweli? Tunaambia serikali, wacheni mchezo na watoto wetu nchini Kenya. Wapewe pesa ili masomo iendelee. Ile tunajua first term inastahili kuwa 50% ambayo haikufika hata last year. Second term inastahili kuwa 30% na third term inastahili kuwa 20%. Hiyo pesa serikali lazima ihakikishe imetolewa kwa viwango ambavyo vinastahili. Kama ni monies ambayo wanatumia ambayo inafanya shule inapata pesa ambazo hazitoshi, sasa wameenda kwa chemist inaanza kazi Julai, wahakikishe upungufu wa shule zote pesa imepatikana na masomo inaendelea vilivyo. Na hata pesa katika bajeti, my chairman ameongea hapa, amesema mambo ya bajeti, akasema pesa ya walimu iweko na pesa ya masomo. Tunasema hata pesa ya mitihani ya assessment ambayo haikuwa imewekwa wakati ule, wahakikisha wameweka pesa kwa National Examination Council.
Tesentai kibengeitab Kenya Tourism Board tetutik che terter che tokchinigei kotes koitetab kiprutoinik che rutechin emetab Kenya. Ole tokchinigei kibengeinatak kotes kiprutoinik che rutechin emoni kong'ete emotinwekab America ak Canada eng kebeberta 32% koite let nebo kenyini. Eng let nebo arawetab Mut ko koisuldae Kenya Tourism Board tetutiet ne naat ko West Coast Roadshow, ole kotuiyo ak stakeholders chemite sekta nebo tourism eng Los Angeles, San Diego ak San Francisco asikokuyo magutik chemokchingei kiprutoinik chemoche korutechi emetab Kenya.
My name is Andrew Kitema. I'm from African Adventure Specialists. It's a premium destination management company based out of Nairobi, Kenya. People here are very knowledgeable. They know the destination and they are very curious to come and visit and to send us many guests into the future. We are engaging with different operators or wholesalers as well as independent travel specialists who are very enthusiastic into what we are doing. We are learning a lot from them in terms of the market and also giving them the our destination product market that we have. So it's very friendly. We're doing so much of talking and engagements with them during the breaks and our scheduled appointments that we are having every day. So we were in Los Angeles yesterday. We are now in San Diego and we'll be moving to San Francisco tomorrow just to continue the engagements and the meetings with the agents up there who are interested into selling East Africa.
My name's Katie Hunter. I'm here in San Diego. So excited that the Kenya Tourism Board is here. It's been great so far. I'm on the APTA board here and we're starting up our APTA chapter again, and so it's really great that they could be part of this experience. And one thing I'm learning here is all the new DMCs and the new products and everything that's going on in Kenya. There is a lot to be learned, and thank you so much for coming by. You know, I'm noticing my clients, I don't know if you've noticed the same thing, they're really into adventure and just unique experiences.
Kokimit MP nebo Ndia George Kariuki kole maiyani MPs chebo emoni keisto legutab CDF kotelelchi serikalishekab county kong'ololi kangondochini yatetab projects cheterter chebo somanet eng constituency nebo Ndia. Komwa Kariuki kole kikoyai boisiet neo rabinik chebo legutab CDF eng kanabtaetab somanet akonoto komaiyani MPs kerebe legunoto amu imuchi kotelelso tetutikab somanet eng constituencies angot kikochi legunoto serikalishekab county.
Nafikiria mtakubaliana nanyi ya kwamba hii fund inatakiwa, vile tulikuja hapa juzi kufanya public participation, hii fund inatakiwa iwe kwa katiba yetu, ndio kuje mtu anaitaka ama haitaki, kuwe na serikali inataka CDF ama serikali haipata CDF iendelee mbele, ndio tuweze kusaidia watoto wetu. Wazazi mnasema CDF iendelee ama CDF iishe? Kwa projects na kwa basari kusaidia watoto wenye wazazi wamelemewa na mzigo ya masomo, tumetumia kila mtoto Kenya shillings 90,000 kwa miaka 7. Kama tungewaambia nyinyi wazazi kila mzazi atolee mtoto pesa, tungekuwa sasa tunawadai karibu 1,100, kwa sababu tunajua mko na mzigo, na si ya masomo peke yake, mko na mzigo ya maisha. Mambo ya maisha mnasukumana nayo kwa njia zingine. Ndio sababu serikali inaendelea kutusaidia kwa mambo ya masomo kupitia NGCDF. Na mimi nataka kushukuru rais hapa siku ya leo, kwa sababu wakati tulikuwa tunafanya siasa 2022, alituambia yeye alikuwa MP wakati wa CDF, na kama sio CDF hangeweza kusaidia watu wake vile aliwasaidia akiwa MP. Na akatuahidi sisi wajumbe ya kwamba atahakikisha hii pesa ya CDF inaendelea kuwafikia nyinyi, na jukumu sasa ni sisi MPs, mimi nikiwa mmoja wao. Tuendelee kuangalia hii pesa, kutumia hii pesa na kuoversight hii pesa kwa njia ifaayo. Kwa hivyo hakuna mahali MP ana sign. Kazi ya MP ni kupeana oversight na kupeana leadership, kusema tufanye hii, tusifanye hii, lakini sio ya kumanage. Mtakubali wazazi, kazi iendelee hivyo? Unajua juzi, nasema hivyo kwa sababu juzi nisikia kiongozi akisema ya kwamba CDF sasa iishe ipelekewe magavana. Nyinyi mtakubali CDF ipelekewe magavana? Si gavana akona kazi yake ya kufanya kule, yeye atulipie madawa, atutengenezee mahospitali, lakini kazi ya masomo, kazi ya security, hiyo tuachiwe sisi. Tuko kwa national government, tusukumane nayo.
Ngebagwe county nebo Narok ole kanyor konetishet nebo betushek 3 bogolushekab kwonyik eng county noto bo Narok kotinygei ak tetutik chebo kirindaetab miondab ukimwi ni kotestai kokon kaimutik cheechen eng county noto ak komoswek alak chebo emet. Kaindochi konetishonoto kibagengeit nebo National Syndemic Control Council nekamwa kole tindoi mionoto bo ukimwi chesire 15,000 eng county nebo Narok. Kamwa program officer nebo kibengeinoto Nixon Chepkwony kole magat kotuyogei stakeholders tugul asikosulda boriet neketokchin letaetabkei nebo mionoto bo ukimwi mugul.
The main challenge
we are here in Narok today basically because in a population of over 1.3 million, over 15,000 people are living with HIV. And every year we are getting around 399 new infections, which is really alarming. Secondly, when it comes to mother-to-child transmission, we are at 15%, which is very high, and the country target is to have less than 5. So we are, even though there is an improvement from where it was before, it is not good enough to say that we are now safe in terms of prevention of mother-to-child transmission. Now, the reason as to why we are here today is because as National Syndemic Disease Control Council, we recognize that women in leadership can play a big role in addressing some of the predisposing factors to syndemic diseases. One of them is the retrogressive cultural practices, which are very common in the communities living in Narok. We know in Narok we still have female genital mutilation, which is a factor in the spread of new HIV. We still have sexual gender-based violence. We still have marriage of children who are below the age of 18. All these factors work together to compromise the health of children, and especially women and girls. And therefore today we were doing the final sensitization of women who are in leadership, and the leadership that we are talking about is the local leadership. If, for example, we have mothers who are in business of selling the popularly known as mama mbogas, we have got the leaders at that level. So those are the kind of leaders we are targeting, because they have got an influence in their fellow mothers and girls. And more so, they also have influence in the community, and also in challenging some of the cultural practices that may be working against the mothers and girls in the county. One of the questions that we got during the sensitization of these mothers was whether there is still medication for the treatment of HIV. This is based on what happened to the funding that we normally receive from PEPFAR and through other agencies from the US government. And for now, we know we have treatment, we have drugs for people who are living with HIV. So currently, we have not experienced any shortage of ARVs in terms of not only in Narok, but all over. So we are giving an assurance that anybody who is on treatment should always go for their medicine, whatever they need. Unless you are told it is not there, and nobody has told us that there is no medicine. Medicines are there. What we are saying is, as we struggle with maintaining people on treatment, we need to struggle to reduce the number of new infections so that we can be able to manage those who are on treatment already. Because if we continue adding new infections into the community, chances are we may not be able to deal with very high people living with HIV in the future. So prevention is the way to go, and we are trying to employ all possible ways of sensitizing the community so that we can be able to reduce new infections. We are also talking seriously about the relationship between malaria and HIV, the relationship between tuberculosis and HIV, the relationship between sexually transmitted infections and HIV, so that we can be able to address all of them as one and be able to utilize the resources that we have more effectively.
Yekitestai kotesetai benkitab NCBA kokochini toretet mung'aroshek chemengechen chenotin kou SMEs asikokimekitu ako boroitu ole koikoch konetishet chemung'arainik chesire 1,000 eng county nebo Migori kotinygei ak konoret ak boishetab chepkondok asikosulda anan asikomuch kotelelchi ak kondochi mung'aroshekwai komie, kosub ak acting director nebo retail banking eng NCBA Dennis Njau kotindoi maket benkitab NCBA kotoret chemung'arainik eng kanaptaetab mung'aret asikotoret eng kakimitetab uchumi nebo emet. Eng komostanyi kokamwa Deputy Governor nebo Migori Dr. Joseph Maire kole chobot serikalitab Migori kobois ak benkitab NCBA ak benkishek alak eng kakimitetab sekta nebo mung'aret, ng'alek chekarob eut CEC nebo mung'aret eng serikalitab Migori Dr. Betty Samburu nekamwa kole tesetai kokochin serikalitab Migori tai.
The main challenge or concern of the recent one is about the registration of businesses. And when the business are not registered, there is not easy for them to do banking or borrow money for courtesy of their business. And the most affected area is the mining sector. Most of the miners are not registered business people, so they are not able to do the banking and also get to the banking services because of that limitation. And the other challenge which we are getting now is also the organized groups. Some of them, they have not been organized or registered as a group which can be able to get money from the banks. What we are doing as a county is to registering and making this group into cooperative societies. These are registered groups under Cooperative Society of Kenya, and now they can be able to transact business with the banks because they are legally registered groups.
We have recently, His Excellency the Governor, together with his Deputy Governor, whom we are with here, has provided the border groups with some economic empowerment money. And we realized that some of these groups, the truth is that they are not registered down to SACCOs. As a department which is charged with the registration of SACCOs, we have mobilized SACCOs, like we have SACCOs per sub-county. We have managed to register out of the 8-10 sub-counties we have registered 7, and we are yet to do 3 which are almost registering. And the other thing is we are also looking to partner with banks like NCBA and others to offer financial literacy, because that is from our public participation with the public and the members. We found that is the biggest challenge, where members get money. In fact, I'm aware of one box which was stolen last Sunday. So they keep money within the house instead of banking it. And that is where we are looking forward so that we can get some finances. We train those groups, but we are happy that we have managed to put many, because one condition in the policy was that any group which was receiving the grant had to have a bank account.
We, over the last 5 years, have been under our carefully executed strategic expansion to be able to serve the country in as a whole. And we do so because people do businesses across different counties and do need beyond. Migori was absolutely a very natural choice to be at. If you think about agriculture, if you think about mining, if you think about trades, you think about us and almost at the border between us and our neighbors out here, it was an absolutely natural choice. And I'm truly grateful, reflecting over the last 2 years, that we have been absolutely warmly received. In fact, as we sit right next here with the Deputy Governor, I want to indeed convey my gratitude, because what the county has done is to give us such an enabling environment for us to be able to do business. It has enabled us to truly live to our call and mission of transforming businesses and empowering them up.
Kakobarasta kampunitab Old Mutual East Africa kole kakoik agenge eng kampunishek cheboishe eng kibagenge ak kampunitab United Nations Global Compact UNGC. Eng kakwautyonotok kowendi kampunitab Old Mutual kosuldoe tetutik cheboto kakimitetab ng'atutik chetelelchin ribsetab imandab kipkosobei, ribsetab itondab emet koboto boriet nebo kirindaetab asoya eng emoni. Ofisayat neo nebo Old Mutual Arthur Oginga kole wendi koboishen kibagenge ak UNGC eng ibunetab bandab tai eng emotinwek chemite Eastern Africa.
And today is a really significant day for us because it's an opportunity for us to speak out to the public and to the world about commitments which are part of our DNA. As was mentioned by our group CEO, Old Mutual has been here for 180 years, and you don't get to reach 180 years if you don't already have sustainability baked into the way that you do things, in the way you look at your customers, the way you look at the solutions that you put out. I think we are facing a global existential crisis that calls for all of us to participate in addressing the needs of our communities, in addressing the crisis that our planet is facing, and also lifting up our industries in terms of integrity. So joining today is a way for us as Old Mutual, together with my colleagues, to make our commitments known by partnering with people who are like-minded and to stand up as a force for good for the betterment of our communities, for our customers, and for our planet. We've made commitments today, and our strategy, our sustainability strategy, is there to make sure that those commitments are translated into tangible actions. I like to say that we are the hands and feet of our commitments. So together with my colleagues, whether it's our human capital department, our legal department, our product development, we are translating these commitments into things that actually translate into tangible outcomes.
This community to align business operations and strategies with universal values that touch on issues such as business respect for human rights, labor rights, environmental stewardship, and anti-corruption. Being a UN initiative, we also have a mandate to mobilize the global business community to contribute to global sustainability goals such as the SDGs as well as the Climate Paris Agreement. Today we're here at Old Mutual, really excited to witness Old Mutual joining the UN Global Compact as one of companies that are joining a global initiative of companies that are committed to doing business responsibly, aligned to global values. And this really is a testament of the business leadership and the foresight that the company has to contribute to our global sustainable development agenda.
Eng let ko kagoityi koshinet kibagengeitab anan kompunitab Tattoo City eng kibagenge ak kompunitab loiset nebo Emirates Logistics eng tokyinetab kobarait tetutik chebo tekset ak loiset eng kebeberta nebo Tattoo City. Koshinonotok kowendi komuktechini kompunitab Emirates Logistics kosuldae teksosiekab ortinwek eng taoninoto bo Tattoo City nekikichob keboisie musoknotetab kasari ak lelesta neo. Kamwa ofisaiyat neo eng Emirates Logistics Stephen van der Vet kole boibochin koshinonotok eng mwaet kole tokchinigei kobarait yaetab mung'aret eng siretab emetab Kenya. Kokotestai Tattoo City koityi koshinet ak kampunisiek cheterter ko oretab keker kele kakikanapta kebeberwek cheterter kobun teksosiek ak kabaraitetab boisionik koityi neranik ak keker kele kabit bandab tai. Kwakoyotok ko kakeit let eng tetutiet nebo Kass Mashinani ak logoiwekab emet chekaitun kong'ete Kass TV. Kainenyu ko Bernard Tanoi amakon kit age tugul nemie testai iker Kass TV amu kimnotet naet.